Okay, this is another video to Big Al. Hope this uploads because of firewall problems. You know, when John Cena wasn't all dominant, is you know what happened? You know what happened in March of 05? Okay, we're like in like early to mid 2005. Okay, he faces JBL at WrestleMania. Big deal. But that was a good match. That was his last good match. The one before that was him with the Big Show at WrestleMania 20. But for the United States belt. But you know what this really irks me is that he's from a period from even a Cena fans are probably questionable now, like I am now. Is John Cena really good? Well, if you take a look at a Cena promo from now, I could Big Al. I could write down a Cena promo right now, and I could say 2 to 5 months from now, I could remember it, and I could say it without any effort or thought. And I could also say that he's joked up, and from the period from March to December of 05 to February of 06, he jolted up on a scale. And you know what SmackDown was doing? Stuff Undertaker versus Randy Orton. That's what SmackDown was doing when John Cena was holding a belt. That was a semi-feud. That was a big feud because the Undertaker faced Randy Orton, and Randy Orton is a legend killer at the time. And you know what Raw was doing? They weren't doing anything. They were just making Cena promos. They edit them. I even think that Cena's promos used to be like, they used to mean stuff. Meaning, he used to rap and all this stuff. But you know what he did? They also released this CD of him called John Cena, the You Can't See Me album, which they released a thing before the Untouchables, was something like that, and they even made that better than this new album that just been released. And Mark Henry, you know what he was facing? He wasn't even on SmackDown yet. Okay, when he was on SmackDown in 06, he was actually starting to be, he was actually good looking. He was actually good, and you know what they did after that? You know what they did after that? They had The Undertaker bury him, which was good, because Mark Henry doesn't deserve the WWE Championship. He doesn't deserve it, because he's like John Cena. He's like a shit championship waiting to happen. Even United States champion, it still is bad. Now, John Cena's matches in 06 weren't too shabby, but he started being more dominant than even Triple H, and Triple H is the one who buries people in the ring. And Triple H doesn't do anything now except make promos and just do what he wants to do. But John Cena is probably gonna, I'd say, suck even more if he's good in the ring if he gets his shit together. But and this Umaga match I'm watching right now, Umaga does not know how to wrestle. I mean, he sort of does. He's sort of athletic, but he like splash off turnbuckle. But he just does not know what to do when he faces bigger men than him, like Great Khali once. I hope Jericho's giving it his best shot, Big Al. Yeah, I also refuse to believe that they have that Booker T and TNA also isn't good because they have Booker T. They're doing to him what they do in WCW. I mean, I'd say he's like they're doing to him what they did to Harlem Heat. They're probably gonna get Harlem Heat back, which to true wrestling fans would be an outrage. Because that stuff is so old. It's like that's when Michael Jackson was making his 4th album or his 3,000th album and getting lots of hits. That's back in the day. That's when he was good looking and knew how to perform on songs. Now he's just feminine, gay looking. and back in 2004 on the internet we had Numa Numa. That was the best thing that we did. That's the best shot we did on the internet. And everyone. 2007, Chris Crocker, Leave Britney Alone. Exactly. That's not. And this goes to show you that that we don't care about how many hits. We care about how funny that is. But that's not funny. John Cena's promos are even more funnier than Chris Crocker's videos combined. And John Cena got buried a couple of times by Triple H, Umaga. He even got buried by the Great Khali, who can't wrestle for shit. He even got buried by Chris Jericho in 05. JBL, Booker T in 04. He even got buried by a lot of people. Orlando Jordan in late 2004, early 05. Eddie Guerrero in 03. Which he still had good talent back then. A lot of people try to bury him, and you know what he do? He just says, I want to know what finisher he had back when he did. Oh, that's right, he used his finisher over and over again, his FU, but his FU was very popular in 2003. You know what happened in 2005? He started using his new finisher, called the STFU, in December of 05. Yeah, that's very, very early 2006. And I'd say Chris Jericho should... Whoa, he just did a Walls of Jericho. Ow! Chris Jericho kicked out. Yeah, that's what we call good match. And I'm gonna go 1 minute about the Hornswoggle Khali match at Survivor Series. That match, they were chanting, "We want Shaq," which Shaq is a basketball player and he is not a wrestler. So, and they even wanted Shaq. They even were chanting for Shaq. That's how crappy or horrible quality. Well, you know what, Big Al? You know what wrestling fans call that match? A popcorn match. A match that the fans don't care about, and they go to a concession stand, buy popcorn because that's the origin of it. Yeah, they even admit that that they said we want Shaq. We want Shaq. And Vince McMahon also on boss meeting and says, I don't care what you want, you're not getting it. That sounds like he's like a pirate. I'm out. This is Raymond 14 signing off.